Quercus brantiae, the West Asian oak, the Persian oak. Balut is the local name for the oaks in the Zagros forests. You can see that this covers much of southwest Iran. The Zagros oaks make up 40% of Iran's forests and provide 50% of Iran's drinking water. The forest is now significantly degraded, but the oaks still underpin the complex local ecology. This used to include Asiatic lions. Here's a picture of one from around the 1880s. And lion graves are a key part of traditional commemorations of warriors. You can see some lion graves towards the back of this graveyard, shaded by oaks. There are still a few leopards and bears locally, but now the Persian squirrel is the indicator species of the region. It's symbiotic with the oak trees. The squirrel helps germinate the seeds and regenerate the forests, and in return the oaks provide food and shelter for the squirrels. For humans as well as shade, oak wood is used for household goods. Here's a chimney and a cradle. Various parts of the oak are used in medicines too, for humans and also for the vital herd dogs. Acorns have been food. One of my favourite local poems includes an acorn speaking. May my oak tree bear fruit and my she-goat bring forth young. When my ground acorns and buttermilk come together, thanks are due to God. Ripe acorn, oh acorn, dried acorns ground down. He who has and eats not, may his house perish. The ripe acorn pushed his head out of the acorn cup, and every lure came at him with a long stick. Here's a lure with a long stick. It's his herding stick. I'm not sure if that's the best one for beating acorns down from the trees. Most local men will also have a counting stick. This man is holding his counting stick as he plays with his wife. The Zagros is truly a mountainous area. You can see the oaks don't grow above its 1700 metres. The oaks were much more profuse in the past. The archaeologist Henry Layard, who excavated Nineveh after fighting alongside local tribesmen in the 1840s, was so impressed by the oaks that he sent back some of the large fluffy acorns to the Horticultural Society of London. This autumn picture gives some idea of what full cover looks like. The area has always been semi-arid. Since trees live up to 400 years, the rings in the oldest trees have been used to estimate local water supplies. It's increasingly a dry area. You can see the effect that's having. The stress of climate change, along with dust storms, have contributed to a fungal disease in the oaks since around 2011. Here's the charcoal black appearance of an infection. The next major threat to the trees is illegal logging. Here's a traditional slow charcoal burner, but now it's estimated that maybe 2,000 metal charcoal kilns are active in the province. They use 10 tons of oak timber to make 1.5 tons of charcoal. This sort of logging is illegal now, but especially with the austerity caused by the American sanctions, smuggling is rife. It's not surprising. The fine for cutting each oak tree is 4 million rial, so nearly $80, while the value of each tree is estimated to be 20 million rials, nearly $400. This year the forest fires have been especially bad. They affect forests all the way up to the Kurdish and Iraqi areas. There's no government support with this. Locals and mountaineers try to put out fires high up in the inaccessible mountains with no equipment. So in the past 13 years, 16,000 hectares have been lost to fire. And overall, 1/6 of these forests have been lost for various reasons.